Hey, students, we got one more week of lessons. I'm going to try to do two parts with this particular lesson that we're going to learn, and we got a PC layer this week. I'll try to get this video done today, then I'll have another video right after so that you can just go one, two videos and just kind of get everything done before this weekend's, right? But let's get to it. Announcements are on that side for you to check, and let's do our do now. Okay, today you'll need a note paper and get a calculator, please. I'm going to skip A and C. But we need to do B and D because that's going to relate to what we're learning today, all right? Today's stuff is going to be related to multiplication, and it's going to help you with 10th grade math too, all right? Let's get to it. So as we know, this is F times H of 4. So we know that as F of 4 times H of 4. Well, what we're going to do is take our functions F and H, and we're going to put in those values of 4, right? Just like what we did before. So we have in this case 2 times 4 plus 1 times negative 3 times 4. All right, we can do this in our head. Let's see, we got 8, so we got 9 times negative 12. I can't do that math in my head, so I'm going to use a calculator. That's going to be negative 108. All right, so we're going to do G times F, this time without any numbers with it, right? We just have our x value. So I got to write this out as x plus 2 times 2x plus 1. Now remember, with this, we need to use the box method where we have, in this case, our rows, which is going to be x and 2, and then 2x and 1 as our columns. Then here you need to multiply these through, right? Well, in this case, I have 2 times x times 2x times x, that's x, 2x squared. That's x, 4x, and 2, right? We want to add all those up. So if you add all those up, you should get our new function of 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. All right, there's another faster method you'll learn next year. But that is it for that warm-up. Today we're doing composition of functions. Again, this is familiar with multiplication, except it's worded out a little bit differently. I want to say this is more common in your higher level maths, and you'll definitely see this in 10th grade math, right? So it's good to learn this. Okay, you'll be able to learn how to solve using composition of functions. Again, it's just multiplication at the end of the day. But what does composition of functions mean? Let's go ahead and read this definition. So it says the term composition of functions or composition function refers to the combining of functions. So this is combining of functions in a manner where the output from one function becomes the input for the next function. In simple terms, we say that we have f of g. So right over here, we have f of g of x. That's the same thing as saying f parentheses gx, close parentheses, all right? So again, what you're doing is you're taking, in this case, right, your f of g of x, you're taking the gx, so you're taking the gx, and then you're putting it into your f function, all right? So what's going on is you're substituting, okay? You're taking g function, whatever that's going to be, and you put it into f function. We'll do some practice. I know it's kind of weird. But again, the idea is your output of your gx, right? Whatever you put in for x, that'll give you your g value. Then that becomes the input for the f function, all right? Notice how in that red box I had there, that open circle thing, right? It's not a filled in circle. It doesn't mean multiplication, and it doesn't mean it means degrees or anything, right? All it means is this is a composition, and we read this as f of g of x. Or I like to say fog of x. When I learned this in 9th, 10th grade, I really struggled with this, but I want you all to be comfortable with it, all right? So again, let's practice. So when I'm doing this, if I'm trying to find this first one, right, f of g of 3, I need to first find g of 3. All right, well, g of 3 is going to be 3 to the third power, which is 27. Next, I'm going to take that g of 3, which is 27. I'm going to take that 27 and throw it into my f function. All right. So now I have f of 27. Okay. All this is the same thing as saying f of g of 3. All right. It's a function and a function. So f of 27, that's going to be 4 times 27 minus 2. All right. I got to use my calculator. F times 4 times 27 minus 2. I get 106. All right. Now let's switch it around. Let's do g of f of 3. So class, this is the same thing as saying we have g of f of 3. All right. I can simplify this out by using the function x to the third power where g is. And all that really is going to be your f function. So I know it's 4 times 3 minus 2, parentheses, to the third power, right? That's another way of doing it. I could find my inside function first, in this case, your f of 3, and then you can put it into the g function, or you can just be like, put it all together, right? Put it all piled up in together, and then you can find it with that answer. I recommend the first method because I think that'll be a lot smoother, isn't it? But here we have 4 times 3 is 12. We got 10 to the third power, and that's equal to 1,000, right? Again, pause this video. We'll do a lot of practice, and then that'll be it for the lesson, right? Okay, same thing. I got two different functions now, but now I want to find f of g of 3, g of f of 3 with these new functions. Again, I'll do both methods, how I'm kind of thinking this through, right? And you could use either one. But for A, well, the first thing I got to do is I need to understand this is the same thing as saying f of g of 3. So the first thing I need to find is g of 3. So g of 3 is equal to 3 to the third power. That's equal to 2 times 27, which is equal to 54. I need to take that 54 and I need to put it into for the x value of f. Okay, so really what I have is 4 times 54, which is 220, I think. No, 216. Almost. 216. Okay? That's one way of doing it. The other way I could do this is, well, this is going to be your g of f of 3. We can write that as your g function, which is 2 parentheses, your f function, 4 times 3 to the third power. All right? Again, two different ways. Both ways work. I'm just showing you different ways to have you be comfortable with it. This is 2 times 12 to the third power, which is 2. Man, it's going to be a big number. 2 times. Remember to do parentheses as well. The better parentheses, more correct your answer is probably going to be. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. 3,456. All right. You feeling comfortable? We got a couple more slides. This is rough, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to use whatever method that I feel comfortable with, but we have h of f of 3. So I have my h of the function of 3, where x equals 3. All right, this is x equals 3 for all of them, right? I'm obviously going to use my f, and I'll use my h. Let me go ahead and do the f function first. Okay, again, you can put them all in, but I'll do it piece by piece. So we got 3 times 3 plus 2, which is going to be 9, 11. Then I'm going to take that 11. I'm going to throw that into my h function. So now I got h of 11, which is negative 7 times 11 minus 5. Well, that gives me negative 77 minus 5, which is also simplified to negative 82. That wasn't too bad, wasn't it? Let's make it harder. Yeah, so we got f of g of 2 now. Now we're going to use our f, we'll use our g. I'll use the other way. This is like saying f of g of 2, where you have your g function, parentheses squared, that's your g function. And then you gotta put your x function, your f function, which is 3 times 2 plus 2. All right, simplify that out. We get parentheses 6, 8 squared, which is 64. That really isn't that bad. Hey, try another one. Pause it. I'll make this red. I'll make this green. F of h of 2. We got our h. You do this quick. That's equal to negative 19. I'm going to take that negative 19. Is that the same thing as last time? Crap, I messed up on the last one. Whoops, I messed up on the last one. Piece of crap. Hey, I went too fast. I'm going crazy. Does that mean I have to do this whole video over? Heck no. Skip what I did wrong. So I need g of 2. This is what happens, right, when I try to speed up. I'm sorry. I was supposed to end this in a good note, but I did not. I'll have to edit this later. Negative 33. There you go. Okay, so we got here h of 2 is negative 19. I got to put that into my f function. Let's see. 3 times negative 19 plus 2. Negative 55. All right. We got one more here. Hey, we're going to use just an x now and not use any numbers. But let's go ahead and do that and hopefully be comfortable with it, right? So again, this is saying as f of h of x. Again, class, the idea is I'm going to take h. Let me make this green to make it more clear. I'm going to take h and I'm going to put it into f. All right? So what that equals is h is right there. So I'm going to use this x right here. I'm going to put that right in and replace it with that. Okay? I'm going to replace that x with that whole thing. So what I have is 3 parentheses negative 7x minus 5 plus 2. All right? So that's the gist of it. You take the h of x, okay, whatever that output's going to be, or the equals to negative 7x minus 5, you put that into your f function, and then you simplify, and that is your answer. All right? Don't forget to distribute that. I get negative 21x minus 15 plus 2. That's equal to negative 21x minus 13. That is our answer. So we can say f of h of x is equal to all that, right? That is our answer. Okay, class, that's the lesson for today. Here's your discussion question. Again, you need to be able to do this, submit it, you'll get a point. That'll be the lesson for today. I'll try to do the next lesson soon and have that up so that you don't have to stress about that waiting a day, right? You can get it right away. Let me get you started with this. Again, I need to get my g and do g of 2. Then I need to put that into my f function, right? So really what you should have is f of g of 2. I can help you out, which is going to be 3, whatever g of 2 is, 5 times 2 minus 2, plus 7, right? That'll help you out. You guys got that. Again, what you learned today is composition of functions. Hopefully that felt good and not too bad, right? It's just multiplying using algebra. To do things, there'll be a learning activity probably today or tomorrow. And please answer the question down below. Good luck. Come to my office hours if you need help. But other than that, have a wonderful day. We are almost done. Take care.